Hi. Till now we have discussed the quadratic equation, basics, nature of the roots, sum of the roots, product of the roots, and sign change procedures, proofs of them we finished. Next, some graphs in quadratic equations we will discuss now. You already know how to draw a graph from your lower classes. A quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c. Quadratic expression ax square plus bx plus c always represents a parabola. Always represents a parabola. Represents a parabola. In that parabola, a is greater than 0. A is greater than 0. Then parabola opens up like this. If a is less than 0, parabola opens down like this. For a greater than 0, this is the graph, and for a less than 0, this is the graph. Next, coming to this, if a greater than 0 and b square minus 4ac less than 0, what is meant by b square minus 4ac less than 0? B square minus 4ac less than 0 means no real root. We know that the equation contains no real root. Contains no real root. But a more than 0. A more than 0 means graph will be like this, opens up like this. And this is the graph whose b square minus 4ac less than 0 and a greater than 0. A greater than 0. Because morning only we discussed, in the last class only we discussed, when a greater than 0, it will have minimum value. This is the minimum value. Minimum value at minus b by 2a. So this point, if you draw a line parallel to y-axis, cuts the x-axis at minus b by 2a. So this point is minus b by 2a, comma, and the minimum value we already discussed in the last class, that is 4ac minus b square by 4a. 4ac minus b square by 4a. Now, why this is like this above the x-axis? Because b square minus 4ac less than 0 means no real roots. No real roots means it will not cut the x-axis. If it cuts x-axis, then it gives you the real root. If it cuts at one point, only one real root. Cuts at 2 points, it contains 2 real roots. Like that we already know polynomials. Same here also, graph is like your lower class concept only. But b square minus 4ac less than 0 here. That's why it will not cut the x-axis. So it is above the x-axis. It is above the x-axis. If a more than 0 like this. Say if a less than 0, a less than 0 and b square minus 4ac less than 0. A less than 0 and b square minus 4ac less than 0. A less than 0 and b square minus 4ac less than 0 means graph will be like this. Graph will be like this. If a less than 0, in the last class only we discussed, it contains maximum value. The maximum value is 4ac minus b square by 4a, and yet x equal to minus b by 2a. So the same point here is minus b by 2a, comma 4ac minus b square by 4a. At this point, the graph is like this. So you observe this is also not cutting the x-axis, below x-axis. Why? Because same b square minus 4ac less than 0, no real roots. So it will not cut the x-axis. So when a less than 0, graph will be like this. It will have only maximum value. There is no minimum value. In the extension to any minus infinity to plus infinity. Here also, this can be extended to minus infinity to plus infinity. but the minimum value is 4ac minus b square by 4a at x equal to minus b by 2a. This is what we already discussed in the last session. Now those graphs we are discussing. Graph of the equation ax square plus bx plus c where a greater than 0, b square minus 4ac less than 0 and a less than 0, b square minus 4ac less than 0. In both of these, if you observe one more thing, most important point what I told is, if b square minus 4ac less than 0, f of x and a will have the same sign. F of x and a will have the same sign I told. Here, a is more than 0, so f of x also always more than 0. Above the x-axis means always more than 0. Like, if a less than 0, b square minus 4ac less than 0 means f of x must be negative, because b square minus 4ac less than 0 means f of x and a will have the same sign for every x belongs to R I told. So, a less than 0 means f of x also less than 0. That's why here in this graph, everywhere f of x is below the x-axis means less than 0. Less than 0. Like that, we can represent in the graph whatever we discussed in the last class. Say, if it is b square minus 4ac equal to 0, if it is b square minus 4ac equal to 0, what I told? Same concept. If it is b square minus 4ac equal to 0, f of x and a will have the same sign for every x belongs to r minus b by 2a. Why? Because x minus b by 2a, f of x contains only one root, one real root, means touches x-axis, x minus b by 2a, touches x-axis, x minus b by 2a. So this point is minus b by 2a, at this point touches x-axis. Observe. So like this. Here, if a greater than 0, a less than 0, f of x and a, if a less than 0, b square minus 4ac equal to 0 means f of x and a will have the same sign except x equal to minus b by 2a. At x equal to minus b by 2a, y value is 0. So this is the graph of this. Because it is touching x-axis at x equal to minus b by 2a. Except this point, after remaining f of x is negative because a is negative. Except this point, f of x is positive because a is positive, like this. So f of x and a will have the same sign, b square minus 4ac equal to 0. Except minus b by 2a, all the remaining points, f of x and a will have the same sign. So graph, both the graphs are like this. Next. If b square minus 4ac greater than 0. If b square minus 4ac greater than 0 and a greater than 0, then touch the x-axis at 2 points. Touch the x-axis at 2 points. Alpha, beta. Alpha, beta. This is the graph of ax square plus bx plus c. A greater than 0, b square minus 4ac greater than 0. Now at this point, minus b by 2a, it will have a more than 0 means it will have minimum value I told. So this is the minimum value. It can't go beyond this. So and minimum value is 4ac minus b square by 4a. So this point. Now what I want to say is this is x value here is minus b by 2a. On x-axis this is. Now, when x lies between these two, observe, when x is lying between these two alpha, beta, if x is here and here, wherever may be, what is f of x? Observe, if it is here, f of x is below the x-axis means negative. So, a greater than 0, f of x is negative. Like, if x does not lie between alpha beta means x is somewhere here. Here, somewhere here x. Let it be some k. K does not lie between alpha beta. Then f of x is above the x-axis. So this is all these points are above the x-axis. If b square minus 4ac greater than 0, when x is less than alpha or more than beta, this side also observe at any point. F is positive above the x-axis. in between below the x-axis. So from the graph also we can say the previous concepts. So this is the graph of the function x square plus bx plus c when a greater than 0, b square minus 4ac greater than 0. And one more important point I want to say is both the roots, k is here, both the roots are exceeding k. Both the roots are exceeding k means, observe clearly, both the roots are exceeding k means there are two real roots. Whenever equation is containing two real roots means discriminant must be greater than 0. Discriminant must be greater than 0. Then only it contains two real roots, distinct real roots. And both are greater than k means here f of k is above the x-axis. So f of k is greater than 0. And this k is less than minus b by 2a. Means if k is less than both the roots, means both the roots are exceeding k. Keep this in mind because many times they ask in objective. Many times. MCET mein they asked many times, 4 to 5 times I saw this question. Like find the value of a if some f of x equation will give ax square plus 2ax plus b something we will give. And for what values of a? Both the roots exceed 5 is asking. Both the roots exceed 3 is asking. Means if both the roots are more than this, means both the roots are exceeding k, then you observe from the graph that f of k always greater than 0. On this side or this side, f of k is always greater than 0. First we will discuss about this side. If both the roots are exceeding k, means alpha beta are on the right side of k, then f of k is greater than 0. It contains two roots with discriminant greater than 0. Next, k is on this side means minus b by 2a is more than k or k is less than minus b by 2a. This k is less than minus b by 2a because k is on this side. Like this way, if k is exceeding both the roots, means k is on this side. If k is exceeding both the roots, then also discriminant must be greater than 0. f of k above the x-axis must be greater than 0. And k is more than minus b by 2a. So we can say whether both the roots are exceeding k by saying minus b by 2a. By saying minus b by 2a. If k is on the left hand side of minus b by 2a and f of k is more than 0, then we can say that both the roots are exceeding k. If k is exceeding both the roots, means k is on this side, right side of the roots. If k is exceeding both the roots, then f of k is greater than 0, no doubt. Only difference is minus b by 2a is less than the k. On the left side of the k, minus b by 2a. So here minus b by 2a is, if it is on this side, less than k. If it is on this side, more than k. Like that, depending on relation between minus b by 2a and k, we can say whether both the roots are exceeding k or k is exceeding both the roots. Like the same, one more point. If one k lie between both of these, if I want a value which is lying between both of these, here k is somewhere between these two, then what happens? If k is lying between these two, what happens? K is lying between these two means this is negative. So f of k is less than 0. If f of k is less than 0 and b square minus 4ac is more than 0, f of k is less than 0, b square minus 4ac is more than 0 and a is more than 0, then we can say that k lie between alpha beta. K lie between alpha beta. K lie between alpha beta. So these concepts are very useful and these graphs are very useful. Means this concept of the graph is very useful in objective. So be clear about these concepts first. Next, one more concept left out is commonness. If two equations, two quadratic equations, what is the condition for that having the same roots for both? Means having the common root. If there are two equations, which is having a one root in common, then what is the condition? We will derive that. For example, a1x square plus b1x plus c1 equal to 0 and a2x square plus b2x plus c2 equal to 0 having a common root. Having a common root, then what is the condition? Assume that alpha is a common root for both. Assume that alpha is a common root of both. Means what is meant by that? Alpha satisfies this as well as this. So if both are having a common root, then we will derive a condition. How? Let alpha be the common root. Let alpha be the common root. Alpha be the common root. Alpha be the common root. This alpha satisfies for both. Means a1 alpha square plus b1 alpha plus c1 equal to 0 and a2 alpha square plus b2 alpha plus c2 equal to 0 and learn the procedure, not the formula better. It will be very useful. Even if you don't remember the formula, use this concept, let alpha be the common root. Now if I solve these two, I will get alpha square value means like if this is a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0, a2x plus b2y plus c2 equal to 0. You know how to solve using elimination method or cross multiplication method. Elimination or cross multiplication. Your choice of doing. I am going for cross multiplication method. I am going for cross multiplication method. Like this is x, this is y. I am going to find the x and y values. So this is ax plus by plus c. a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0. a2x plus b2y plus c2 equal to 0. How do you find x and y? You know, like x you will write here, y you will write here, and coefficients you will write here. You will take the cross multiplication method. Same method I will follow. Instead of x, I have alpha square. Instead of y, I have alpha. Now I will start from here. b1, next coefficient c1, and coming to this cycle I wrote. So this is a1. First in my unit, many, and next b1. Like say from here, b2, c2, a2, again b2. Now this is alpha square, this is alpha, this is 1. So alpha by, so what will we conclude? Alpha square divided by this into this minus this into this means b1 c2 minus b2 c1. b1 c2 minus b2 c1. b1 c2 minus b2 c1 equal to alpha by this into this minus this into this means c1 a2 minus c2 a1. c1 a2 minus c2 a1 equal to 1 by again say a1 b2 minus a2 b1. a1 b2 minus a2 b1. From this we can conclude alpha square equal to means if I am taking these two, alpha square equal to, if I am taking these two, alpha square equal to, this goes to numerator, so becomes b1 c2 minus b2 c1 by a1 b2 minus a2 b1. a1 b2 minus a2 b1. Similarly alpha equal to bring to this side c1 a2 minus c2 a1. c1 a2 minus c2 a1 by a1 b2 minus a2 b1. a1 b2 minus a2 b1. Now this is alpha, this is alpha square. If if I am going for squaring on both sides, here alpha square equal to C1 as obvious for this equation I am doing. So alpha square equal to C1 A2 minus C2 A1 whole square by A1 B2 minus A2 B1 whole square. A2 B1 whole square. I am squaring on both sides. Now in place of alpha square, I can substitute this value. In place of alpha square from equation 1, if I am assuming this is 1, from equation 1, in place of alpha square, I can substitute B1 C2 minus B2 C1 by A1 B2 minus A2 B1. So in place of alpha square, I am writing that now. B1 C2 minus B2 C1 by A1 B2 minus A2 B1 minus A2 B1. So in just in place of alpha square, I wrote that value. Now this is whole square and this is I can cancel both. So by cross multiplying both, I will get the final condition C1 A2 minus C2 A1 whole square equal to C1 A2 minus C2 A1 whole square equal to cross multiplying these two means B1 C2 minus B2 C1 into A1 B2 minus A2 B1 minus A2 B1. So this is the final result or the final condition which can use to find the relation if two equations are having the common root. If two equations are having the common root, then the relation if a1x plus b1y plus c1 and a2x square plus b2x plus c2 equal to 0 are having a common root, then the required condition is c1 a2 minus c2 a1 whole square equal to b1 c2 minus b2 c1 into a1 b2 minus a2 b1 minus a2 b1. But remember the procedure I told. Let alpha be the common root, elimination or cross multiplication, find alpha or alpha square, which is very useful for doing in objective. We will discuss 1-2 sums on this, then you can come to know why that procedure is important. Now, see this sum, then you can come to know why I told instead of by having the condition, procedure is important. He is saying that x square plus bx plus c equal to 0 and x square plus cx plus b equal to 0 are having a common root. If these two equations are having common root, then show that b plus c plus 1 equal to 0. Then show that b plus c plus 1 equal to 0. That is what it is. X square plus bx plus c equal to 0, x square plus x plus b equal to 0, having common root. He is saying having common root. Then show that b plus c plus 1 equal to 0. Now I will use the procedure instead of the formula. See, let alpha be the common root. Let alpha be the common root. Let alpha be the common root. This science sum was given in 2018 something. Let alpha be the common root. So then the equation becomes alpha square plus b alpha plus c equal to 0 and alpha square plus c alpha plus b equal to 0. Now if I go for elimination method, I can eliminate simply alpha square instead of going for cross multiplication method. So or instead of remembering the result condition, I can simply go for elimination method. Means this minus this. Alpha square minus alpha square simply cancels. Alpha square cancel. Next, from these two, if I take alpha common, left out is b minus. Here this is plus c minus b equal to 0. As of subtracting, I have changed the signs. Alpha square cancelled. Here alpha I have taken common, this is becoming b minus c. and this is C minus B as it is. Now bring this C minus B to that side. So alpha into B minus B equal to minus B goes to the side plus B plus C goes to the side minus C. Now B minus C goes to the side divided by B minus C gets cancelled, alpha equal to 1. I got alpha equal to 1. Simply I got alpha is 1. I am assuming alpha is a common root. Means 1 is the common root. 1 is the common root. Now if I substitute this for the area of the equation, observe, I am substituting the first equation. Alpha equal to 1 is a root. Since 1 is a root, substitute in first equation. Substitute in first equation. What happens? This is the first equation. In place of x, I am substituting 1. What happens after? 1 square 1 plus b plus c. If you substitute here also get the same. 1 square plus c plus b equal to 0. That is only is asking to prove. B plus c plus 1 equal to 0. What I got? 1 plus b plus c equal to 1. 1 plus b plus c equal to 0 only I got. Hence proved. Hence proved. I hope you understood this. So what I am doing is I am assuming always alpha be the common root. I will take both the equations. I will go for elimination method. I will find some alpha, then substituting in any of the equations, I will get the required conditions. That's why no need to by heart the condition. If you by heart the condition, very good and useful for objective, no doubt. If you are unable to by heart, then follow the procedure what I did for that. To get the condition, I followed a procedure. I solved using class multiplication method. So use the same procedure. But instead of class multiplication, you go for elimination also I am saying. So the procedure I am using instead of using the condition. So you can solve the equations like this. If you don't remember the conditions also. See, one more example which is given in MSET 95. In MSET 95. If the equation x square minus hx minus 21 equal to 0, x square minus hx minus 21 equal to 0, comma, x square minus 3hx, x square minus 3hx plus 35 equal to 0, x square minus 3hx plus 35 equal to 0. Have a common root, then h equal to dash. Have a common root, then h equal to dash. Given in MSET 95, both the equations having a common root, then h equal to dash. And is giving the options as plus or minus 2, plus or minus 4, plus or minus 6, plus or minus 8. So which is correct answer? So two ways of doing. One is using the condition, other way is solving like let alpha be the common root. Let alpha be the common root. Two methods. So I am trying for let alpha be the common root. Let alpha be the common root. So what happens? Alpha square minus h alpha minus 21 equal to 0. Next, alpha square minus 3h alpha plus 35 equal to 0. Now elimination method. I am eliminating alpha square. So plus minus alpha square cancel. 3h alpha minus h alpha 2h alpha 2h alpha minus 21 minus 35 minus 6 by 56 equal to 0 implies 2h alpha equal to 56. So what do I get? Alpha equal to 56 by 2h means 228. 2 2 ja 4 to 8 is 16. 28 by h. I got it. Now if I substitute x value is 28 by h here, I will get a quadratic so that I can solve h easily. So wherever x is there, alpha is the root of this equation. I can substitute in any of the equation. So substitute in equation 1 if I am taking like same previous one. I am substituting here. What do I get? Now I got the common root is 28 by h. So 28 whole square by h square. Calculation part to take care. Sometimes I do mistakes also. I hope I did correct. Better if you take minus h into what is x? 28 by h. So h gets cancelled here. Minus 21 equal to 0. So what do I get? 28 by h or 28 square by h square minus 28 minus 21. There is no h for these two. So I can simply add these two. How much I will get? Minus 8 plus 1, 9, 49. 49 to that side equal to 0 I have. Implies 28 whole square by h square equal to 49. Now if I am taking up these, h square to this side, 49 to this side, h square equal to 28 by 49 whole square. Sorry, 28 square by 49. Alright, and this 49 is 7 square I want to say. So what do I get? H square. So h square equal to 28 square means 28 to 28 you can easily understand. And 49 square, this 49 I can write as 7 into 7. So 7 4 ja, 7 4 ja. So h square equal to 4 into 4 implies h equal to plus or minus 4 only. So your option is second option, plus or minus 4. So like this is asking h value. Instead of doing this much, if you remember the result, like condition, you can directly use that instead of doing alpha and r. So that's why for objective I told condition is simple, condition is the best. So condition C1 A2 minus C2 A1 whole square equal to A1 B2 minus A2 B1 into B1 C2 minus B2 C1 is the condition. You will get in one step instead of doing the whole thing. So that's why if you remember the condition, it will be easy for objective. Otherwise, you can do using this procedure, no problem, but take some time. That's it.